Oh, welcome back here to the Wera Tools British Kart Championships here at Larkhall. Final coming up for Mini X30. 2 races to go today. Very much looking forward to this one. How were the podium interviews, DJ?
Well, they weren't podium interviews. They were post-race interviews.
Well, yes.
There is a difference.
There is a
difference. The podiums will be later on today.
Okay, let's be frank. How was your Park Fermi interviewers?
Well, very good, yeah. Everyone was very chirpy down there, so I have to say. But now we're on to our next group, Mini X30, and as you can imagine, it's all a bit interesting as I look through my paperwork here, because, of course, Leo Robinson, who is leading the championship, he lost to Macaulay Bishop yesterday. Macaulay Bishop won his thing. Nice thumbs up there from the 57 of Ashton Wiggins, the rookie driver from Scotland himself, his home circuit here at Larkhall. Yeah, so they're having a good little scrap. There is only about 20. There's only 20 points between them, of course. And Macaulay Bishop's had a good little run through that one, of course. But of course, with this race underway, I think it's time we have a look at the grids. We haven't got.
Okay, yeah, in fact, while we are waiting on the grids, then let's do that. Let's get, sorry, we had the disembodied voice, as you call it. We had our producer, James, got in contact with us through our headphones and said, please mention to get people commenting back on the YouTube stream. Yes, it all went a bit quiet during that gap. We've got Reese Bennett Racing, of course, all day has been putting in support for number 66, Taylor Orridge, who we will keep an eye on as well. Made good progress through in the previous heat.
He did indeed.
So we'll keep an eye out for that. But yes, if you are supporting a driver, please get in touch via the YouTube comments and we will endeavour to read them out.
Now, we just saw there over to the right the 2 Jade Racing Team Kart, Charlie Morris-Jones and Isaac Phelps. Now, they obviously had a coming together in one of their races earlier on where they both didn't finish. But yeah, it was a bit of a shame to see that. Now we're ready for the grids. Let's go over them. Macaulay Bishop starting on pole position with Leo Robinson alongside the championship battle is heating up between those two. Cameron Pratt-Thompson and Henry Jocelyn on row number 2. Eden Spanswick and Taylor Orridge on row 3 with Thomas Cucurullo-Yeomans and Aidan Hassan on row number 4. Jack Hobson and Wesley Swain on row 5 with Ashton Wiggins and Tommy Hartfield on row number 6. Fred Green and Jack Cunningham on row 7 with Brandon Truman and Joey Brown on row number 8. Lewis Bird and Isaac Phelps on row 9 with Thomas Behrman and Charlie Morris-Jones on row 10. 20 karts about to start this Mini X30 final. Who's going to come out on top between Macaulay Bishop and Leo Robinson? We're about to find out.
I think Pratt-Thompson and Jocelyn may have something to say about this, and even Eden Spanswick as well.
Well, potentially
right up there as well throughout the weekend.
Only midway through this season, of course, but it is all heating up.
Oh, now I have to say, we are looking very much in line already. Now, please don't mess this up, guys. They've got into position nice and early. Slow it down. Let's go green first time.
Well, let's see if we can do it. Obviously, the man on the start-finish line, Nigel Edwards, determines whether or not we're going racing. And we are this time around. Green flag is out and away. Leo Robinson again getting swapped to the outside. Bit of contact at the front. Looks like someone's nose cone almost came completely off there. I think it was the number 6 of Jack Hobson for MLC Motorsport who almost lost his nose cone. Down the inside there, a massive lunge from one of the Fusion karts. I think that was the number 8 of Wesley Swain gaining positions. But a good start. Everyone through the boots for the first time.
Yes, indeed, and back into line, or we would say that, but there is actually still some overtaking going on as they figure themselves out from the start, and that was the 11 going very sideways as well. That's Tommy Hartfield.
Leo Robinson retakes second place.
Ooh, one of the cars, and a big biff off the side of the circuit.
Yeah, he did. That was one of the Fusion cars. Looked like the 29, or it could have been the 19 of Jack Cunningham, who had gone awry there, so big shame for him. He slot back into position side by side at the back of the field because you can see, oh, the number 10. Oh, we were talking about that in the track walk with Zach Drummond. You say if you get nerfed off there, you go bouncing and spiralling off into the air at 100 miles an hour, near enough.
And that was Lewis Bird.
It was indeed. As they enter into the boots again for the second time. Bishop leads from Robinson, from Pratt-Thompson, then it's Jocelyn, Orridge, Spanswick, Cucurullo Yeomans, then it's Swain, Hassan, Hobson, Green, Wiggins, Brown, Cunningham, Harfield, Morris Jones, Truman, Phelps, Behrman and Bird.
Indeed, and we've got support coming in from Beverly Pratt Thompson saying Car 33 CPT, bring it home.
Exactly, that will be for Cameron Pratt Thompson, currently in
third place.
Yep, the PMR driver in his equal starting position, holding on to that one nicely. There's your race leader, though, at the moment, the 68, Macaulay Bishop, under pressure, though, from Leo Robinson. He's got a little bit of an advantage from him, 0.4 of a second. 0.3 further behind him is the Cameron Pratt Thompson of the number 33. Then it's Henry Jocelyn Tyler Orridge, still very close behind. He's up one position from his original starting spot of 6th.
Yes, Taylor Orridge, who we've been keeping an eye on through the day, moving through the field. So a decent starting spot for Taylor Orridge, but has already made a place up to 5th.
Indeed, yes. So they whiz past our camera on the back straight. They'll come round the corner into the infield section, and the field all slots through. And I think there is your race leader again. Oh, look how close here Leo Robinson has got. Now this will be good for Leo if he can get past early and maintain the race. That would look good for in terms of championship points for re-extending it, because of course he doesn't want Bishop to win this one because he'll close that gap.
Oh,
down
there he
the
goes.
inside though goes Leo Robinson and gets that job done early. Now Bishop is on the chase in towards the boot section, and oh God, well, it was Bishop who comes back at him. Now with those two scrapping, that's allowed Pratt Thompson to close right up to it, and also the two behind of Jocelyn and Orridge are also closing up. This battle for first place between 2 drivers is now almost become 5 drivers as they go through turn 3, back onto the infield straight into the braking zone of the infield hairpin.
Yes, and Robinson had a little sniff up the inside there, but as you say, this is now a 5-car train. Bishop, Robinson, Pratt, Thompson, Jocelyn and Orridge.
There they are. So out of turn number 5 through 6 into 7, the final corner. No.
Brandon Truman with a 5-second penalty.
Oh dear, disaster for the number 55, currently in
17th place.
Yeah, nightmare for him, for the ML Motorsport driver. As we see there, the 69 of Eden Spanswick and Thomas Cucurullo Yeomans, and the 86 also closing in on this group.
So this could very quickly become an 8 or 9 kart train.
It could indeed. Wesley Swain, though, fastest lap of the race in the number 8 kart, currently in 10th place for Fusion Motorsport, 51.940 for him.
Yeah, I can't blame Leo Robinson for having a go there either. He certainly had the pace, and as you say, if you've got the pace, you need to get the place.
Well, yeah, exactly that. Hey, that's my line.
Oh, I like it. I really, really like it. Oh, wow, and really defensive from Macaulay Bishop, and that is so early to go defensive. 10 minutes and 3/4 plus a lap still to go, and already feeling the need to go defensive. And there goes Pratt Thompson through on Leo Robinson in the final corner as well. All started by Macaulay Bishop, and that has given him a gap.
Yeah, Leo Robinson dropping like a stone here because he's lost another position there as well to look like Henry Jocelyn, the 26, who's managed to get past. He has indeed, and actually it looks like he's managed to get up a few more places because
he's up to second now.
Yeah, the 33 of Pratt Thompson has dropped down a position. So look at that. The 29 of Henry Jocelyn has gone from 5th all the way up to 2nd.
Yeah, well done, Henry Jocelyn, taking full advantage. And as we said, now there is a big gap in front for Macaulay Bishop as these have been fighting, and now they go 3 wide through the hairpin. That will not work. That was Eden Spanswick and the 66 of Taylor Orridge.
Was indeed there as well. You can see the number 6 of Jack Hobson's MLC Motorsport trying to go down the inside, getting it done. Thomas Behrman, the 87, with a 5-second time penalty as well. He's in 17th place, up 2 positions at the moment, but it's going to go down in a bit when he comes to the end of the race. Wow. Jack Hobson down the inside, gets to the inside of the 69 of Spanswick, gets that move done. But at the front, Macaulay Bishop has led this race well and is pulling away. 1.4 seconds is the gap now to him and Henry Jocelyn, who has come from nowhere.
Yes, indeed, and Macaulay Bishop with the, well, we said it was very early to go super defensive, but all he's done is actually concertina everybody up behind. They've all scrapped, and he's now got a 1.6 second gap, so you could call it genius.
You could call it genius, you know. Henry Jocelyn.
What do I know?
What do any of us know? Henry Jocelyn finished in 7th place in his final yesterday, and now he's here, 2nd place in this final. What a weekend it's been for him so far, and he's proving his worth definitely for the team of Mick Barrett Racing. In 2, turn 1 they go. Immense impression from Leo Robinson right there in third place on that number 2 plate, the 66 of Taylor Orridge as well. Lots of support on the string for Taylor Orridge as Leo Robinson gets the fastest lap of the race, 51.770. Again, for the folks at home, please keep the conversation going. If you've got something you want to say, type it in. Let's hear it.
We've got support coming in from Alyssa Wiggins for Ashton Wiggins as well in P12. And so we are looking here at the battle for second place. So that is Leo Robinson still heading that, but it's now out to 1.8 seconds. So Robinson now getting past Jocelyn on this lap. And hopefully Jocelyn will then keep line astern with the other 4. And, oh, who is that up the inside? Oh, that's Pratt Thompson, isn't it? Up the inside of Orridge. That's for 4th place. But a slight gap appeared now, and this seems to be what happens when you do make an overtake. And even if it was a slide through, it does still create a slight gap to the karts in front.
It does indeed, and of course in these races, there's a 5-second time penalty there for Cucurullo Yeomans. That's a massive shame there for the 86, who is currently in 13th place. But you have to remember, in these sort of races, there's always developments going on within Motorsport UK and in the fueling. And of course, in terms of that, we've got the 68, the 33, and the number 2 of Macaulay Bishop, Cameron Pratt Thompson, and Leo Robinson, who are all using control fuel in this race. Those 3 are using control fuel, and as you can see in this one, it seems to be working.
Indeed, control fuel.
Control fuel, yeah.
This is a new one to me.
So, 7 minutes plus that 1 additional lap. And as they go through into the boot section, Leo Robinson once again, fastest lap of the race, 51.600.
1.4 seconds now, the gap between Bishop and Robinson. So Robinson is starting to eke it back ever so slightly. He was almost 3/10 quicker on the previous lap than Macaulay Bishop. He's going to have to go great guns now to close that up with 6.5 minutes plus 1 lap to go.
Exactly that. So as they go through into the banking section,
Ashton Wiggins making a place up to 11th place now.
Yes,
Biggest mover of the race so far has been Joey Brown. Although I would say that, but he's just been overtaken by Ashton Wiggins, so that will be 4 places. Still a good go from Joey Brown, making up 4 places now into 12th place.
Down the inside goes the 64 on the number 6, Aidan Hassan on Jack Hobson. Gets that move done through the boot, moving himself up into P6 and moving up once more. So 5.5 minutes left to go. There they are on your screen. Hassan now in front of Hobson. Spanswick still there in the 69 just behind.
And Curtis Louis saying, come on Taylor, get on the podium, mate. Well, yeah, Taylor Orridge currently sitting in 5th place.
5th place at the moment, some 2.6 seconds off the race leader. Only about 1 second or so off from 3rd place. So a podium very much looking like it could be on the cards.
Yes, and you have to play those cards right though, DJ. That's the trick. That is the trick with racing here in your mini X30 final. I almost did what you did yesterday.
Yeah.
In your mini X30 final. So it is Macaulay Bishop, 1.2 seconds clear now of Leo Robinson, who was over a tenth quicker again than Macaulay Bishop on that previous lap. Then it's Henry Jocelyn, Cameron Pratt Thompson, Taylor Orridge, Aidan Hassan, Jack Hobson, Eden Spanswick, Wesley Swain, and Fred Green as they cross the line. That was your top 10.
Indeed, yes. The rest of the field, 11th, Ashton Wiggins. Then it's Thomas Cucurullo Yeomans, but he has got that 5-second time penalty. Tommy Harfield. Then it's Jack Cunningham, Joey Brown, Thomas Behrman in 16th place, up 3 positions. Charlie Morris-Jones in 17th, up 3 positions. Then it's Lewis Bird, Isaac Phelps, and Brandon Truman. 20 karts started this race. 20 karts still going as the 15 dives down the inside. Fred Green on Wesley Swain moves up into 8th place.
We didn't see Wesley Swain do his usual reversing into the boot section.
I will correct myself on that one. It wasn't Wes Swain, it was Jack Hobson he got past.
Okay. But as I said, Wesley Swain not feeling the need to reverse it into the boot section on lap 1 this time around.
Yes.
So well done there.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, much better start to his race this time around. Dusty section through here because a kart has gone off. It looks to me like the 86 of Thomas Cucurullo Yeomans, who has gone off the track. The crop promotion driver is off at the hairpin, and a warning flag out to Charlie Morrison-Jones. There he is on the outfield there. What a shame. And the 87 KR Sport car's gone off as well.
That's Thomas Behrman.
It is, yeah, I said car as well. There we go. That is out. And apparently the number 12 has gone off as well. Charlie Morrison-Jones has also come a cropper. They're all, they had to wait until about 3 minutes to go before everything went P-tong, didn't they?
They did, and in fact, that's all three of our, or two of our karts with 5-second penalties, and one who's had a warning flag, who are now right down at the tail end of the field.
Big shame for them. Looks like the 87 crop promotion driver of Thomas Cucurullo Yeomans has managed to get back going again. He has just crossed the timing beam, so he is still going strong out there. Bishop, though, at the front, leading at this moment by only 1 second as they cross the line, or it says 7/10 on your screen. Actually, it's just updated to 7/10 on my screen. There we go.
And indeed, Leo Robinson pumping in another fastest lap of the race. 3/10 again faster than Macaulay Bishop. So that gap really is coming down. It was out to 1.6 seconds at one point. It's now half that, less than half of that gap.
It definitely is so. So now, with 2.5 minutes to go, can Leo Robinson close that gap up to Macaulay Bishop?
And Leo Robinson as well, now that he's in that 6/10 sort of bubble, he's going to start picking up slipstream big time from Macaulay Bishop. And that will only increase the magnetic pull onto the back of his rear bumper.
I suspect so. We look here at the 19.
Half a second now, Leo Robinson. He's absolutely flying. We thought that Macaulay Bishop might have saved his tyres. Could it have been the other way around? Could it be Leo Robinson who's actually done the job here and saved his tyres for the final part of the final race?
Well, we're about to find out, because here they are, your race leaders. That doesn't look like 4/10 of a second.
That looks not.
That looks like lunge distance to me. Onto the back straight. Look at that. Big look over the shoulder for Bishop. He knows that Robinson is there. He doesn't go defensive yet, though. He's not close enough, so that's good for Bishop, because if he goes defensive too early, Robinson will be all over the back of him. There is 90 seconds plus the 1 lap to go. This race is far from over yet.
And the only person who's been in front of Macaulay Bishop so far this race has been Leo Robinson, and it's taken him this long to get back in front, because Macaulay Bishop, if you remember, went ultra defensive into the second hairpin, caused everybody to accordion effect back up together, and that cost Leo Robinson a lot of places. He managed to, he unfortunately got freight trained by a few people. He's now right there. He's timed this to perfection. He's right on the back of Macaulay Bishop. Macaulay Bishop now having a look behind, looking very nervous. Could there be fatigue coming in a little bit here as well, DJ, perhaps?
These drivers are incredibly fit. You should see their fitness regimes or routines that they do. It's quite incredible, much more than me. That my fitness routine is getting out of bed in the morning. That's all I do.
I do plenty of lifting, but it's normally chips into my mouth.
There we go. 30 seconds to go then on the timing board. Now Bishop goes defensive. Was it too soon to go defensive? Who knows? Again, another look over his shoulder as Robinson tries left, right again to try and get past into the braking zone of the final corner. This is an immense amount of pressure on Bishop's shoulders. 12 seconds to go. We're going to get another 2 laps in on this race. There's plenty of time for Robinson to get this move done. And now all the meanwhile, while they start going defensive, Jocelyn and Cameron Pratt-Thompson are going to close in. Now it's a 4-way battle for the lead, and the last lap board's going to come out this time.
Incredible. These guys were 3 seconds behind a couple of laps ago, Jocelyn and Pratt-Thompson, and now they are right there, hunting for the win. With a lap and a half to go, it's going to be Robinson. Is he going to have a lunge? He is!
There's the lunge.
Oh! And over the top went Jocelyn.
Jocelyn tried to make the move as well and collides with Bishop. Bishop falls to 4th place now under pressure from the 66 of Orridge. It was looking so good for Macaulay Bishop, and it's all gone P-tong very quickly, because now Leo Robinson leads the way out of the final corner and he crosses the line. Last lap board comes out this time, but it's not over yet, because Pratt-Thompson could come and spoil the party for Robinson. He's right there.
And Pratt-Thompson was in 4th at the start of the last lap. He's now in 2nd and going for the win. Macaulay Bishop straight back up the inside on Jocelyn. So that's moving back onto the podium for Macaulay Bishop. Has he got enough time to catch up with the front two?
He's going to have to find some serious waft out of that Mini X30 engine as they go down the mini straight, but then into this turn 3 section. On the infield here, Robinson's going to have to go defensive. Brad Thompson tries to take the long way round and get the switchback. Bishop comes back now. He's right on the tail end of Thompson in towards the next banking section. You can see Jocelyn under pressure from the 66 of Orridge. Orridge tries to get the move done, and he does. He moves up into P4, but all the action is at the front of the field. Can Robinson hold on to this one? Bishop down the inside.
What a move!
But Robinson comes back to take another final win.